In this video, you are going to learn business introduction. Okay, business introduction with the context of accounting. So here, the business we can categorize into three categories. Okay, three categories. The first one is manufacturing business. Manufacturing business. The second one is, any guesses? Trading business. Okay. The third one is service business. So manufacturing business, trading business, service business. If you take any business, it will fall under one of these three categories. Why? Because let me say, what is a manufacturing business? First we will see what is a manufacturing business, then what is a trading business, or what is a service based business. If you understand these three terms, then you can do the accounting in very easy manner. So let me tell you what is a manufacturing business. Okay, in manufacturing business, we purchase the raw material. Okay, we will do production, and from this production we will get what? Finished goods. These particular finished goods we will sell it into the market, right? So this production process will take place in manufacturing business. Am I right or not? So raw material will purchase it from the market and will do production and will get the final product, and that final product will sell it into the market. So this process will call it as manufacturing business. Okay. Now what about the trading business? In trading business, we will purchase this finished good directly from the market. Directly in the same state we will be selling it to the customers. Okay, and we do not change the form of the product, or we don't do any changes. Just like that, we will purchase the product from the market and the same product will be selling it to the customers. Okay, so you can see the examples. You can see the cloth business or furniture shops. Okay, or tile shops. So these are the examples of trading business. What they do just purchase the product from the market and they do sell to the customers in the same way, and they don't change anything. So that form of business we can call it as trading business. And the final one, what is a service based business? Service based business means, example we can see directly, what is a service business? Here you don't purchase anything. Okay, for example, if you go to the training institutes, anything, training institutes, what they do just sell those services. Okay, you will be paying the fee and they will sell the service, they will teach you. In the same way, lawyer, doctor, engineer, architects, so all these are business will come under the category of service. So in manufacturing business, we do have this process. That's what there will be small change in the way of doing accounting. Here in the trading business, we don't have any production process. So from the production, what we have produced, that we are selling to the market, and from the market the same product will be purchased by the trading business and the same thing will be selling to the customers. Okay, the service business is completely different. Now what is the use of knowing about the type of business? So whether it is a manufacturing business, whether it is a trading business, or it is a service business. So what is the need of identifying the particular category of business? Why? Is there any need? Definitely you need to identify whether it is a manufacturing business or trading business or service business. Here is the reason. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. See here. So depends upon the transactions relating to the business. See here in the manufacturing, there is a production process. In trading business, you don't have any production process. In service also, there is no purchases at all. So, depends upon the category of business, what we do accounting. What is the need of doing accounting? Based on the business only, we need to identify how to do the accounting. Real or not? Because the production process is different, without production process is different, and service business is also different. No, forget about this thing for the time being. Let me tell you why any person will be doing a business. Tell me, what is the need of doing business? They want to do the service to the society or what? No person will be doing service by doing the business. Right or not? Here, any business, startup or ongoing business, any business, whoever it may be, they will be doing only for earning the profit. Earning the profit. Only if you get the profit only, the business will go on. Am I right or not? So, here, how to define the profit for any business? Simple language. Accounting means just common sense. That's it. If you have a proper common sense, then you can calculate, you can do the accounts with wonders. Clear or not? So, in normal language, for example, you see, suppose you are getting a salary of 50,000 rupees per month. Okay. Suppose if your parents or someone may ask you, so what is your savings? What is your savings? So how do you say them? So I am receiving 50,000 as monthly salary. So I have some rent expense as 10,000. Food expense 3,000, or you can take 8,000 as food expense. Okay, other expenses accounts to around 20,000. So what is the difference? So you need to minus this. So 50,000 minus 10,000, 40,000, minus 20,000, you get 20,000. From that you reduce 8,000, you get 12,000, right? So for calculating this, do you need any coaching and all? Do you need any coaching? No, you don't require it. That is purely common sense. This is the income what we are getting, right? This is the income what we are getting, and these are all the expenses what we are incurring. Okay, from incomes we are reducing our expenses, then you will get our savings. Okay, in business also we do the same thing. For earning the profit, for calculating the profit, for identifying the profit, what we do the same thing. See here, just to earn the profit, to calculate the profit, we need to identify the incomes. From this incomes we need to minus our expenses. So we can get the profit. This is the simple equation, right, for any business. Okay, if you just give in the same way, if you just give in the simple format, the owner will be happy or what? No, he wants this particular equation into proper formats. Okay, those proper formats, how we will be getting those proper formats? What are those formats? Those formats are known as financial statements. Okay, financial statements. So what are these financial statements? I will tell you in few minutes. So what are these financial statements? I will tell you in few minutes, right? Now let us understand, by this preparing these financial statements, we call this process as accounting. So let me put it in very simple format, very simple way. Okay, let me tell you in very simple way. So here, if you take any business, small, you take it as cloth store as example. Okay, so in the business, what they will be doing? So simply, they will purchase, right? So purchases, and they will sell the same products, and they will incur some expenses, and they will get some other incomes. Okay, all these transactions, expenses means, for you can say it as rent, power bill, next salaries, all these expenses, right? And other incomes means any discounts, we call it as, next any interest income or commission. So these are other incomes, right? So we will be receiving all these things. So what we will be doing, we will do purchases, we do sales, we incur some expenses, we will receive some incomes. So all these things we call it as transactions in the business. What do we call? We do call transactions in the business. We need to record these transactions in a particular process, right? So purchases, what we'll be doing, we'll be noting all our purchases, list of purchases in book. If you don't have any computerized accounting or something else, what we will do in the olden days, what we will do in the olden days, what we used to do, we used to put one separate book for purchases, maintain some separate books for sales, and maintain some separate book for expenses, and separate book for incomes. So for all the kind of transactions, we do maintain separate books. Okay, for maintaining the accounts, those books we call it as books of accounts. Understood or not? Those books we call it as books of accounts. So in the olden days, in the previous days, for maintaining these books, we took a lot of time, right? We may get some errors. So for rectifying that errors also, we used to take a lot of time. Suppose if there is a small zero we left, then until preparing the financial statement balance sheet, we may not be identifying that mistake. Okay, so this process is a regular process for any business for maintaining records. Okay, not accounting, for maintaining these records for any business, it is a very essential. For maintaining his business, it is very essential for any business, right? Okay, now we need to do this proper, okay, recording of transactions in a proper way. For this process, we need some software. Okay, because this process is known as accounting process, the recording of transactions in a proper way. Okay, on daily basis, we can call it as accounting. This is the accounting. Okay, but if we want to do this accounting process regularly in an easy manner, we must require one software. Okay, we must require one software. Am I right or not? This software which we will be using for doing the accounts. Okay, this particular software which we are doing the accounting, we can call it as accounting software. Right? So what is an accounting software? The software which we are using for doing an accounts is called accounting software. So in market, we have lot of accounting softwares. Okay, for example QuickBooks, Zoho, Tally. So all these softwares we can call it as accounting softwares. Okay, so here, so you understand the what is called an accounting software. Now by using the accounting software we can do our accounting work. Okay, so without an accountant, without a proper person who knows or who have some accounting knowledge, can we do the accounting? No. They may do, but for maintaining that software, at least we need to have some accounting knowledge, right or not? So accounting knowledge is must for doing a proper accounting, whether you do manual accounting or whether you do accounting with help of some software. The accounting knowledge is required for anyone. Okay. Now by using this accounting software, what is the process we need to do daily? Okay, if you have got a job as an accountant, what you need to do, okay, on regular basis, so here I will tell you the clearly what an accountant will be doing and what is his role in the business. Here you see, in an year, okay, in the year we have 12 months, right? In the year we have 12 months. Okay, 12 months we call it as 1 year. So in our accounting language we call it as financial year, right? So in one financial year we do have 4 quarters. Okay, for every 3 months will be 1 quarter. So in year we will be having totally 4 quarters. So we can call it as Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Okay, so quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Here in the quarter 1, April, May and June. So the 3 will be quarter 1. So what about quarter 2? July, August, September. This is second quarter, right? And third quarter, October, November and December. This is third quarter, and fourth quarter is January, February and March. So these are the 4 quarters we do have in a financial year. Okay, so what is the need of knowing these quarters now? So based on this we need to do some regular works. So what are those regular works? Let me tell you now. See, so here, so day 1, so let me tell you, for example, this is April month. So in a particular month, what is the role we need to do as an accountant? From the day 1 we need to record all your purchases, okay, and all your sales. Especially you need to record your purchases, you need to record your sales. So what is the purchases, what are the sales means? How do we record, sir? Based on the purchase invoices, based on the sale invoices, you need to update those transactions in your accounting software or whatever it may be. Okay, so especially these 2 things you need to record very perfectly. Why? Because we need to update these transactions and we need to file GST filing, every month. So here April month, so from the day 1 to day 30th, so 30 days, right? In April month you need to maintain all these purchase and sales records, and at the same time expenses, and at the same time incomes also. Incomes also. Expenses means you will be having some rent, you will be having salaries, okay, rent, salaries. So all these things you will be having, right? So this is a regular process. So April month you will be doing the same, and May month also you will be doing the same. Next May, June also you will be doing the same thing. So here what we do, the next one. So we have recorded all the purchases. So from day 1, this is the day 30. From the day 30, what you need to do? You need to check all your purchases. You need to check all your sales. After completing this April month, before 11th of April, so what are the purchases you have maintained for the month of April? You need to file your GSTR1 for the month of April, okay. And after filing this GSTR1 in the May month only, before the 20th of April, before the 20th of May month, you need to file GSTR3B. So this GSTR1 and this GSTR3B for which month? For April month data. So this purchase data and this sales data, okay, you need to file GSTR1. So for everything the base is only the accounting. For accounting, if you are thorough with your accounting skills, then rest of the things will be very easy for you. You understand or not? So what you are doing, you are just properly maintaining your sales data, properly maintaining your purchase data. The data which you are maintained for the whole month, you will be just updating with GSTR1. That's it. And the same thing you will be updating with sales. Sales thing you will be updating with GSTR3B. If you have proper accounting software, filing of GSTR1 and filing of GSTR3B is very simple. Without errors you can file. So this is the first thing every accountant should be doing for any business who are registered with GST. Okay. So next one, after completing this, before, when you have the proper rent expense, that means if you are over the year, if you calculate the rent expense, if it is more than 2,40,000, you need to deduct the TDS, from the rent. Okay, if you deduct the TDS from the rent, this TDS challan also, okay, this TDS challan also you need to pay to the government in the same month. So for the April month TDS challan you need to pay for the May month. So here first thing you need to let me update what are the roles you can do. So here I will write it. Okay. So first thing what you are going to do, you need to file the GST returns. Next, second one, you need to take TDS challans. Okay, suppose if you are if there is any expenses to which you have deducted the TDS, you need to pay the TDS challans. Correct. Next, and see here. So GSTR filing did done. Next, TDS challans also are completed. And regarding the salaries, if you have registered with ESI, PF and PT, PT means professional tax. If you have to do all these things, these particular returns, ESI return, PF return and PT returns, you need to file for the company. Okay, you need to file your ESI returns, next PF and PT returns you need to do. So now what are you doing? The basic thing, first you need to do your accounting work. From this accounting you need to file your GST return. If there is any need to pay TDS challans, you need to file your TDS challans. Next you need to file your ESA, PF, PT returns. Okay, so these are the things you need to do every month. Okay, you need to do every month. So before I told you about the quarters, right? So for 3 quarters we need to do, right? For in a quarter 3 months, right? Quarter 1, so April month we completed, May month we did, and June month also we did. So after completing these 3 months, okay, we need to do one more thing. What? In the month of July, April, May, June, right? So in the month of July, extra work will be there. What is that extra work? In the month of July, we need to file these TDS returns. So by reconciling these challans, we need to file your TDS returns. Okay, so what is the work we need to do? GST returns we need to file, TDS challans we need to pay, ESA, PF, PT returns we need to do every month. Every quarter we need to file TDS returns. Okay, we need to do TDS returns also. So this is quarterly and monthly works. We need to do it as an accounting. Okay, as an accountant we need to know at least few of the things. And finally, after completing this quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 and quarter 4, here comes the whole scene. Now you see, you need to do all this process for the whole year, right? After completing your full year, that means financial year, after completing this financial year, you need to file your annual return in GST. Okay, you need to file annual return in GST. Okay, so what is an annual return? Means it's simple language we can say this 12 months what we are filing in the GST return. So purchases and sales what we are updating in the GST portal, that particular 12 months reports we need to reconcile. If you have any less payment of tax, we need to pay the tax. Okay, that part you can call it as annual returns. Okay, after this annual returns, we need to do your income tax returns. Okay, income tax returns. This is completely related to direct tax. Okay, this is indirect tax. Okay, that is direct tax and this is indirect tax. So how many works you need to do as an accounting? Now let us count. So here first we need to start with the accounting. This is 1, and GST returns 2, and TDS challans 3, and ESA, PF returns 4, and TDS returns 5. Next, annual returns 6, and income tax returns 7. So these are the basic 7 works you need to do as an accounting for any business. Okay, if you want to do this proper accounting in proper format, okay, you need to first categorize your business in this what? See, before we have discussed, right? So manufacturing, trading, service. So you need to fit your business in any one of these, manufacturing or trading or service. So based on this, you can identify your profit. Real or not? Correct or not? So for any business, the base is only the accounting. If you are very thorough with basic concepts, what I am telling is concepts. So you need to identify, okay, some basic knowledge must be there for doing any accounting. Knowledge means what? Subject or all the concepts. You need see, suppose you are paying rent, you are working for some clients, they are paying rent 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs. So you need to identify, you need to understand, okay, paying rent more than 2,40,000, okay, that we need to deduct the TDS. That point you should be understanding. How you will be understanding that point? By preparing or by learning or by studying TDS concepts, okay, by studying TDS concepts, okay. Suppose ESA PF, any deduction is there, you need to pass some journal entries, right? So if you want to calculate, so how much ESA should be deducted from the salary, how much PF should be deducted from the salary. So these all things you need to identify, you need to learn some concepts from ESA. If you are not knowing about the filing of returns, at least you should be knowing how to calculate these things. Understand or not? Suppose if you are not knowing about the TDS returns, at least you should be knowing how much percentage or you need to deduct from expenses for payments. So for doing any accounting, if you are thorough, if your accounts are accurate, correct, then you can do all these steps are very smoothly. Correct or not? So that depends upon you what type of software you are using, or you are doing any manual accounting or whatever it may be. But you need to have some accounting knowledge. Then only you can do any type of you can generate any type of reports. You can file whatever returns it may be. Okay. Based on this, you need to identify. First thing you need to identify the business category. Then only you can do the accounting. Clear or not? Okay. If you have any doubts, you can call us anytime. You can there will be a doubt sessions. You can mail us. So you can go to our website and raise any request. Okay. Thank you.